What's up, ladies and gents? Shout out to Pro Archery Ballistics for the sweet ass hat. If you're into hunting and if you're a target shooter, you know, you like to slap a little paper on the off season, hey, this hat's freaking money. Fits great. Anywho, not what this video is about. The video is about this puppy right here. Yup. It's a Mach 35 with the FDS cams. Got it in 70 pounds, came in at 72. Got it at the lowest let off, which is, I don't know, like 70 or 75 or something. Hopefully. Oh, come on. Hopefully you can see it. Anyways. Yeah, this is going to be this year's 3D setup right here. Obviously the Sicario is going to be my hunting rig until I get a faster bow. So yeah, I need to make some more content on that thing, and I need to shoot it more. 84 pounds ain't no joke. Anyways, so I've got the AccuStat. Why did I even say that? I've got the Stack It Peep that was just released not too long ago. Finally got it. An R7 from Hamskea, drop away rest, the dialed proof with the 10,000 pins, and they are the movable ones. I mean, hard to go wrong with those. And let's see, what else do we got on here? We've got the Quattro bars. Got a 15 in the front, 12 in the back, and is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, obviously the mount for the little quiver, which I have over there. But it was a little windy out here a little bit ago, so I took them off, or I took it off and threw out my arrows. Right back in there. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go over my arrow. Oh, man, I'm all over the place. I'm just super excited about this thing. I've got the Hamskea weights on here, which make it super easy to freaking adjust your weights and play around with it. What else? The Accu Archery, and the mosquitoes are wild out here. Accu Archery freaking stabilizer balancer thingy, and this little bolt's about to come out, so you gotta tighten this up before we shoot. Do a little group for you guys today in a little bit. And yeah, and shoot a whole bunch of my releases, because one, I'm getting comfortable with this bow, and two, going through release after release. I did set it up for the hinge, and so when I'm shooting the hinge I can come into like my normal anchor, and then when I end up using like a button like my Onyx clicker, I can actually turn this sucker like more this way and put less, what would you call that, I don't know, leverage on the string, so you're not twisting where your arrow is knocked as bad. Which, I mean, between that and like the hooks, I know I'm getting off topic, but I wish they would just use this hook that Trueball uses, because I feel like that little, that like little cut that they make on there when you're twisting, especially like the people that twist really hard, freaking, I feel like it makes it a more forgiving setup. But anyways, rather than like, you know, just a hook like this, or I think I've got, oh yeah, Jesus, mosquitoes. There's a new UV with that little pad thing on there. Yeah, you see how the bigger, I feel like the bigger the hook, the more twist it's gonna put in your D-loop and just ruin it. But anyways, so bow's at 72 pounds. I'm using the Ultra Phantoms 300 spine. These are an 8.5 GPI with some TAC 275 vanes, and then Ultra's own pin type knock with their glue-in inserts as well. I think I got about, what I end up at, like 140 grains in here. And these are the adjustable ones, so you can unglue this, or, you know, well, I'm using the pin type over here. Otherwise, you could just pop this out and use their tool, get in there, tighten it, untighten it, but sometimes it's kind of hard to do that. So I just use the normal glue that you can stick in boiling hot water or just hot water, and then you crank this out. So yeah, it's spitting these out at, I just chronoed it, 280, right at 280, like 280.4. So yeah, I'm loving these arrows too. Freaking, they're super light or they're light for the spine that they are. Gosh darn, these mosquitoes are eating me. What else? I think that's it, really. I mean, that's my setup. I'm waiting for the Varos to come in. I've got one of other Elite's bows, the Victra, but that's kind of the wife, so it doesn't count. And then I'm waiting for that 1776 arc to come in as well, and all of their accessories. But for now, this sucker's hammering. Like I said earlier, started talking about it, I have been playing with the Accu archery stabilizing. I call it that pin stabilizing freaking technology. But so far I found, you know, this one will work the best. As you can probably see right here how easy it is to move, to where, you know, if you're dipping, this thing's kind of counteracting you know, your movement and keeping that pin a little more steady. So I felt like that's probably where I could see the most difference. I tried, like I said, their hunting one. Dude, I had a freaking crazy setup. Like, I'll insert a picture in here, but maybe. But I had this thing, I had this screwed out completely, because you have to screw this in to switch the weights. But yeah, I had this screwed in like this just to try it out. And as you guys saw, like with that one, it doesn't take a lot of movement, especially like the further it is from, you know, where you're holding the bow from. So if you put it right next to your riser, like, it does not move as much as it does out there. So it gives you less correction. Make sure I'm in here. But yeah, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can even see that. Hopefully you can tell. But this thing doesn't move. You'd have to put it like way out there. You'd have to have a freaking target stabilizer to get this thing to really move. So I feel like the more sensitive, and it didn't matter which way I turned it, like, it was just like adding weight. And if I'm gonna add weight, it's not gonna be like right next to the riser. I'm gonna want it on the stabilizers. That's another nice thing about this thing, is that even though it's a freaking 35, the weight on it's like 3.9. Crazy for how long of a bow this is. So you can really weigh it down where you want the weight, which is why I'm doing that. And that was like another cool thing. See, I was just playing, trying to kind of maximize my weight up front versus my rear and get this thing nicely balanced. So we're gonna shoot a group at, I think I ranged it at like 33 yards. Got my target back there. Try to set you guys up in a cool little spot. Put the GoPro down there so you guys can see the groups right up close and personal. I'll try to split the two screens together so you can see kind of both. Never done that before, so we're gonna play with that, like, little editing software stuff, and see what we can do. But anyways, let me go get the camera set up and I'll get to shooting. I'm also, yeah, why not, for this video I'll switch between, let's see, so I've got the Onyx, the clicker, got the stand links, hinge. What else do I have in here? The Ultimate Flex and a little 2-finger. But oh, see what I mean? See what I mean about these hooks? I wish more manufacturers did this hook, so that when you're turned, it's not freaking completely moving your D-loop so gnarly when you're doing that, because that just induces twist, especially under tension. Anyways, and that's also a reason why I run my let off as low as the bow will allow, and it keeps you honest. So that, what else do I have? Do I even want to use this one? We've got the Abyss, also true ball, and also what I'm talking about with that hook. if any other releases or manufacturer releases are paying attention, please try this style hook on some of your releases. And then I've got the aileron hinge from Trueball. And last but not least, the new UV with that cool little thumb pad. Also, because of this, geez, these mosquitoes, I'm telling you. Because of this little thumb pad, it kind of got me thinking like a little different as to how to set up my releases. So I decided to give it a try. And look at how I set this sucker up. So this would be, you know, your normal way right there, you know. But I decided to freaking just straighten this puppy out and see what it does. And hey, I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try it. Freaking this sucker just, it's feeling good. Anyways, like I said, before I got off topic, once again, I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna do a little group with my 7 arrows that I have at 33 yards. And yeah. All right, so like I said, we've got a 404 grain arrow going at 280.4. This is 33 yards with the old new setup. Gonna use different releases on just about almost every arrow. I'll use the same Onyx clicker on the first two, just because I have 6 releases and 7 arrows. So got the GoPro set up down there. Let's get it. That one was a little low. A little low left. Ow. Bugs out here. Making me want to punch a trigger. There we go. It was still a little low, but it was more centered. I probably should have been practicing a little more. So now it's the Stan Lynx's turn. Using different releases will also kind of help me separate my groups a little bit, so I'm not clacking, because 33 yards is kind of close. All right, we got the Ultimate Flex from the old Trueball. 2 fingy. Ooh. I feel like with this one, without it must have a lot shorter of a neck, although that's adjustable with that one. But I felt like I could have gotten another ½ inch of draw out of that sucker. Okay, so we get the Trueball Abyss Flex. Oh, did you hear that crack? Whoa! I don't know what happened with that one, but that didn't even make it in the circle. Jesus Christ. Might have punched it without even realizing it. I saw what I wanted and just let her loose. All right, we got the aileron from Trueball now. Oh. That's kind of what I wanted to avoid. All right, last one. And that is what I set this bow up with, P-pipe wise, so that felt really comfortable. Hopefully I'm uncomfortable with this one and I don't whack that group of arrows that I have going. That's why I use a pin type knock. Oh. Well, anywho, I guess I can throw away the true ball Abyss, because that was the only one that made me shoot kind of funny, but I might have punched it. Anyways, let me take you guys down there. We'll walk from here. Maybe we can go turn off the old GoPro down there. Getting the rest of the footy up close and personal for you. I really hope I can figure that out. The whole divide the screen, have two things going on at once. I'm sure I can. But let's see. Oh, I might need to adjust my sight tape a little bit. All right, let's turn this sucker off. Well, it looks like it did on its own. Yep. Either that or the... Oh, she's really hot. So it probably got hot. Anyways, well, at least you can see it here. So, got a nice little group. All different releases, other than, like I said, the Abyss. I'm gonna have to throw that release in the recycling bin. Anyways, yeah, looks like my shots are pretty money. Might need to just adjust my sight tape just ever so slightly up, and we'll be golden. Also, using the Pro Archery Ballistics app for that, but I still haven't, I just printed out that tape, and I haven't fully dialed my 20. It's either that I haven't fully dialed my 20, because I kind of did, roughly, or what the heck was I recording just now? Or it's at, oh no, well, there goes the knock. Good thing I brought extras, and I dinked that one too. Anyways, it's either that or it's at, I'm at 4,000, hang on a second. I'll show you guys. So I'm at 3,995. So yeah, that could be the difference of maybe that inch right there, because I did my sight tape pretty close to sea level where I live. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys liked this little content that I made for you guys. And I'm really excited to put that Mach 35 to use out there, because like I said, she's been a freaking little tack driver for me. So also, we'll see. I'll have like a day where I have two bows out here with me or something, and I'll shoot like the Mach 35, like my favorite bows, the ones that I feel are the most accurate for me, which so far have been the Mach 33. I'm not getting into target bows, because that's a different story. I mean, stabilizers practically touching the target on most of those with how long they are. But yeah, we'll see once I get that, the Varos, the one that won bow of the year, set up, and then once I get my arc, which I'm excited for that thing too, because that color scheme on the 1776 is dope. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I love this thing, and you guys will be seeing it in a lot more videos, because gosh darn, she's beautiful.